What is going on, everyone? Appreciate everyone for stopping by. When they do come in, I got a very special guest with me today. Purple Pocket Podcast, fan of the Vikings, new YouTuber, fairly new to YouTube. What, February?
Yeah,
February.
man, February.
Already got all his stuff, everything going good for this guy. So I had to have him on, especially with the Vikings, the way they're playing right now, what they just did to Buffalo. Crazy, crazy game. I want to hear his take. But
Yeah,
Purple Pocket, let them know where they can find you.
Yeah, man, I'm on YouTube at Purple Pocket Podcast, and then Twitter, IG, and TikTok, same thing, Purple Pocket Podcast. If you just type that in, you'll see me. Just look for the logo with the 2 P's, man. You know, that's me. So I'm over there, man. I'm all over the place, and Facebook too. Purple Pocket Podcast. I always forget I got a Facebook too, but I'm working on all of them at once, man. It's a lot to juggle, but I'm getting there though.
No, I got you. Everyone, all his links. Well, I didn't know he had a. I don't have Facebook, so I don't even post anything there. But all his links, his Twitter, his YouTube page, his stuff is all in the description. So go to the description. You'll have his YouTube page there. You have his Twitter page there. Easy to find. Great content. I do listen to him from time to time when I want to know about the Vikings. Bro, I'm telling you, I had to get rid of Dalvin Cook. The first 4 games, he wasn't doing nothing for me. Nothing. I trade him, and then he goes off, and I'm like, what? Yeah. I was pissed. I was I was upset. But no,
man.
Got
rid of him too early, man.
Yeah, I know. But what's what's the backup's name?
Alexander Madison.
Every time I was watching, it seemed like he was getting all the carries. I was like, man, where's Cook at?
Yeah, man. Cook. It just took him a little while to get started, man. But he there now. You know.
Yeah.
Becoming a problem now. So perfect timing, man. Right before we see y'all.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the Packers put out the blueprint of how, which the blueprint had always been there. I don't know why teams shy away from the run. Yeah. Maybe it's I have no idea against the Cowboys because it's not anything different. It's not nothing new that the Cowboys. That their defense can't stop the run. We haven't been able to stop the run since God knows when. Yeah. So for everyone to be upset that I think the Packers put up 190 something yards against us. I don't know wwhy everyone's upset about that. But anyway, man, I want to talk about your Vikings. What are y'all? 8-1 right now?
8-1, baby.
8-1.
Go.
I need to know what was going through your head those thoughts that were going through your mind when you were watching that Viking game against Buffalo. Because I know I was like, did Josh Allen actually just fumble this football at the 1 yard line? And I wanted to continue watching the game, but the Cowboys game came on, so I had to switch over. But I was like, there's no way that Josh Allen just did that. He had the game in hand. I want to know what was going through your mind.
Well, first thing I was thinking was, and shout out my boy Sodak Kid, man. First thing I was thinking, and Jadis Young, appreciate you tapping in, y'all. But first thing I was thinking was, you ever hear that saying, right? Like when you're playing basketball or something and you get fouled and they say the ball don't lie, right?
Yeah.
The ball just don't lie, man. So on that first drive before all of that chaos, with them coming down the field to tie it up to even send it in overtime, Gabe Davis dropped the ball on the sideline, but they called it a catch. I mean, it's plain to see that he caught it with his hands, and when he hit the ground, that shit jiggled, And they rushed to the line and were able to get in field goal range after another completion after that. So it's just like the ball don't lie. I mean, Kirk Cousins was on the 1 yard line, and we were inside the one actually, wherever Josh Allen was, and Kirk couldn't sneak it in. We ran a QB sneak, and they said we were short. So at that point, I really did think we lost the game. I'm like, yo, we're literally going to lose this game by inches, literally by inches. Yeah. And then when Josh Allen did that, man, and I seen the Vikings players jumping up saying we got the ball, I was like, yo, yeah, it was crazy, man. It was definitely a roller coaster ride, man, of a game for sure. I haven't been through that in a long time other than the Minnesota Miracle. So
yeah. No, I feel you on that. I mean, our roller coaster of a ride, when we went into overtime and we couldn't move the ball, I literally turned the game off. I was like, all right, we're gonna lose. I literally, and then I change it back, and then the next play that I see is who I forget who it was, the receiver for the Packers, just almost taking it to the house. And then once they were about to kick the field goal, I was like, okay, game over. I'm done. I'm over this. It's you had the high of the high and I had the low of the low, especially having a 14-point lead going in or in the middle of the third quarter and then just blowing that lead. Like it was bad. And I'm very worried when we play y'all.
You should be, man. Rightfully so. You should be.
I know. No, I'm normally worried playing against y'all because it's. I mean,
but y'all are like 3-0 at the bank, though.
Yeah, I know. It's we're 8-2. So basically, what Aaron Rodgers is against us, we're like that against Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Well, we're 8-2 against Kirk Cousins, but what's going to be a great matchup that I'm excited to see is the Trayvon Diggs versus Justin Jefferson matchup.
Right.
Because I mean, Trayvon Diggs. I mean, I don't think he's given up more than 500 yards this season. I think, if that, somewhere around there, and. Bro, that catch that Justin Jefferson had, one-handed, took it away from someone, one-handed, falling to the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, this has got to be one of the, or if not one of the best wide receiver in the NFL right now.
Yeah, I think due to the circumstances of the catch, which puts it even higher than, it puts it at, it could arguably be number one only because of the circumstances. It was 4th and 18. If he doesn't make that catch, the game's over. It's absolutely over. You know what I mean? It's like, that's like do or die. And he came down.
Yeah.
For him to come down with that ball and not let it hit the ground. And the defender had 2 hands on it. If you watch it, the defender actually had the interception. This man like only had 1 hand on it, came down with it, didn't let it hit the ground. And if you watch it closely, he switched hands too, like almost like midair, like switched it to it when he was hitting the ground, like switched it to his other. It was just crazy, bro. Crazy, dog. And that wasn't his only catch that game, man. Like he was he was just going stupid. Like he was going stupid on Sunday, man. I think that's gonna be a good matchup though, man. I like Diggs, but which Diggs has gotten better this year. I would have rather had played last year Diggs only because he took a lot of chances and it paid off for him last year. Taking chances and trying to jump balls and getting interceptions. But, he learned real quick towards the end of the year that people are catching on to that. Like you run stop and goes and shit. He's gonna get eaten alive. But he's a beast though, man. I gotta give him his props. But I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see that for sure. Because last time we played, I think he held Justin to like 5 yards or some crazy shit. Like
something like that.
He locked him down last game, right? We played y'all. So yeah.
And it's not so much that he's not taking chances; he's not getting that opportunity to take chances. I mean, against the Packers,
not throwing to him.
They're not throwing to him anymore. That's the thing. They're not throwing to his side of the field anymore. So now they're just picking on the other side. And I mean, it's nice to see finally. And you would think having half the field shut down because of one guy, it'd be easier for the defense. But no, I mean, Aaron Rodgers.
Well, let me ask you though: do they move him around, or does he just play one side?
I think he just plays one side. I don't think he follows.
That's how our defense is. We just play our corners the same. So
I don't think he.
So that plays in our benefit. That plays in our benefit because our offense runs like they'll move JJ around a lot. Like he won't just stay on the left or stay on the right. Like he's in motion a lot. He's on the left, on the right. Like so. I mean, maybe y'all would change it up and shadow him, but that kind of throws the whole defense off. So if he does seem like he's locking down, because he's gonna want the challenge. He's just that type of guy. He remembers last game and he's going to be like, yo, this dude held me to like 6 yards last time, bro. Like, no, coach, put me in front of that boy. Like me and him got to go at it. But if Diggs tends to get him out of zone, I believe our coach would probably move him around a little bit more. Because y'all don't really have a cornerback, right? Aren't y'all like using like a rookie or something? Is he a rookie?
No, well, we have Deron Bland, who is a rookie, taking the place of Jordan Lewis, who had season injury, hurt his foot on an interception a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then we have AJ Brown, and then Cal. I mean, after Trayvon Diggs, it's a big old drop off. Like Anthony Brown, I've wanted off the team for a number of years already.
He's in concussion protocol, though, isn't he?
Yeah, I believe so. Like I haven't really heard much of what's going to happen with him, if he's going to play or not. But if he doesn't play, then we're going with Calvin Joseph, who's unproven, and then we're going with Deron Bland, who shows promise, but he is a rookie. So I mean, he's going to make his mistakes.
Right. Well, the good thing is too, we're definitely going to have a rookie on the other side too, on the other side of Patrick Peterson. because
Yeah.
and which there's a rookie. Obviously, Cameron Dancer is my boy, but he's on IR for another 2 weeks. And then Caleb Evans is showing that he might even be up there in Cameron Dancer's level as a rookie. Like he's a savage, but he has a concussion. He's out for Sunday, so you're gonna be seeing a lot of Andrew Booth, and then we got a practice squad guy named Shelly that we got from the Bears, who made a big stop in that game, man. Was one of the big reasons we won that game. Like he 1-on-1 against Knox, you know what I mean? And he broke the pass up. I mean, he was on an island and timed it perfect, put his hand in between and broke it up, man. So shout out to Shelly. You probably see him too. So
yeah.
It should be a good game for the quarterbacks, man.
No, no. We're gonna see. See, that's the thing that I'm afraid of. I don't want Dak Prescott dropping back 35 plus times. Yeah. It's disaster for us all the time. When he has the weapons and the good offensive line around him, and he can sit there and kind of go through the motions, pick defenses apart like that. Yeah, great. We've seen it. But when you have CeeDee Lamb out there, who looks like he came out last game, he doesn't have a thing with Noah Brown. Michael Gallup, every time he throws the Gallup, it's just a horrible throw. And it seemed like Dalton Schultz and Lamb are his two safety blankets. Outside of that, it's hit or miss. So for me, I've always said the only way I like Dak Prescott, and I think that this whole team will succeed, is if he did what he did against the Lions, or not the Lions, but the Bears, where it's a 20 to 30, somewhere around there, dropping back, and we rush the ball. We run the ball about 25 to 30 times as well, or more on the run side. I mean, this defense can hold teams. We've seen it done. Our rushing attack is very well with Tony Pollard and Zeke. It's just, it scares me when Kellen Moore gets very pass happy. And that's my thing. It's Kellen Moore. It's not so much Dak. It's a mixture of the combination of the both, because for whatever reason, when we had Cooper Rush in there, we were very, very heavy on the run. And that's how we ended up 4-1 with the defense being able to stop the opposing offense. Now Dak Prescott is dropping back, and I'm seeing a lot more 3 and outs, quick, 10 seconds or like 15 seconds ran off the clock from the first snap to the second to the time we punt the ball. So like we're not controlling the clock. We haven't been controlling the clock the past couple games, and so yeah, I'm kind of worried if Kellen Moore gets pass happy again, because then I think we're definitely going to lose if that happens.
Yeah, for sure, man, because our defense definitely causes turnovers. So if y'all want to throw the ball, be my guest, because I look and the thing is this. I think Dak and Kirk are very similar type quarterbacks for one.
Yeah.
All right. I actually like Dak slightly better due to his leadership skills. Like he's more of an alpha male. So I just tend to like him a little more for that. I just feel like he can rally the troops a little better. But I mean, they're very similar though, as far as arm talent and shit like that. Kirk Mike actually probably has a slightly better deep ball accuracy. I could give him that. But, Dak with being a little mobile, being able to get those throws, it's going to be a good game, man. Shout out to Jaden. He says Kirk going to get 4 touchdowns and Dak could get 2. I'm liking them, man. He rooting for the Vikings, man. That my boy. You need to make sure you go subscribe, man, and join the Purple Gang, man. We got room over there.
No, I mean, we said the same thing last week about Aaron Rodgers, that he can't really move. He's not a mobile quarterback. He's up there in age, because Kirk Cousins, what, 34? 34, I think is what he is. Mm-hmm. And he's not really a mobile quarterback either. But it seemed for whatever reason, we couldn't even get to Aaron Rodgers last week. It was crazy. Yeah. I mean, how good is your offensive line? How do you think they're gonna bow up against?
Actually, pretty decent.
Yeah,
pretty decent. And that's surprising, to be honest with you, because our offensive line has always been a disaster. It's like that for a lot of teams, building a strong offensive line like how y'all have had. Like in the past, 3 to 4 years, that's a rare thing to come across, to have an offensive line like the Dallas Cowboys have been having. But like our offensive line has been so much better. It makes us feel like we have that retro Dallas offensive line, even though it's not even close to being as good. But it's like, as Vikings fans, like we're like, bro, we don't even want to talk about the offensive line because they're doing so good. Let's not even jinx this shit. Like, let's just let them keep playing the way they're playing. And a big part of it is Christian Darrisaw, man. Hell of a draft pick last season. You know, Christian Darrisaw is a savage left tackle. He was actually on the injury report for concussion, but he cleared concussion protocol today, which is perfect because we're going to need him going against Michael Parsons, man. You know, you guys got a baller over there, man. I wanted his ass so bad in that draft, and he was available, man, and we passed on him. But it's, you know, that dude's a savage, bro, and I think he can cause problems if they allow him to play like a defensive end. Now, I'd rather y'all play him like a linebacker like y'all been doing because that makes it better. It eliminates him. Like he's a natural DE, bro. Y'all need to play him as a pass rusher. But
no, for sure. Like, I mean, I don't know. I completely 100% agree with you. I think that when he's able to roam around, I think he's at his best. I legitimately think he's at his best when he's able to roam around. And I mean,
he just needs to be rushing the quarterback at every play, though. You know, stopping the run. Right? He don't need to be playing. Like, don't get me wrong. He can play in pass coverage because he's just a freak of nature. So, you know, he's athletic. He can guard tight ends and shit. But he would be the most productive if you just rush him let him try to get to the quarterback, bro.
Oh, I know. I mean, that speed that he has. I mean, that's that's the thing. This guy is a pure DE. We play at the linebacker spot because that's what we drafted him as, and that's what he can do. But then I think he started off his football career as a defensive end, did he not?
Yeah. You know, so that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to this comment real quick. So Peo says 45-40 Dallas wins, Pollard being the X factor.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's a high scoring game right there.
I don't know. I would be okay with a game like that.
Yeah. I mean,
the Vikings gonna win.
I haven't seen anytime it's a high scoring game like that. More than likely, the Dallas Cowboys lose. So I'm hoping that it's not that close of a game or that high of scoring. But going back to the Kirk Cousins, I like both. What I like about Kirk Cousins is this man doesn't give a crap. I mean, Zimmer really didn't like him too much, did he? Right?
No, they didn't have a
connection. They didn't have a relationship. This is his first year as a Vikings quarterback where they actually rally around him, kind of making him the guy. Normally it's, you know, you like Kirk, but you don't really love him. That's what happened in Washington, even though I think he was better than RG3 when it came down to it. And he's been facing adversity his whole career, and he's kind of just stepped up. I mean, I get it. He falters under pressure, I guess you could say, in big time situations. We saw against the Eagles this week 2. Man, I mean, I didn't bet, but I had my money on y'all winning that game. Like I legit thought y'all were gonna win, and I'm watching that game, and y'all were just getting eaten alive that game. But that is your only loss. So I mean, Kirk Cousins has been stepping up this season, and I can't wait to see what Sunday brings. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, definitely. Real quick, man, if I could just promote something really quick. I got a video on my channel. This is for Peo and Jaden. Since y'all dropping scores, and anybody else that wants to play, like I do something on my channel where you get a chance to win $20. It's called Purple Lottery. Drop the score down in the comments. It's on the page. It's on my page, and it'll say Purple Lottery on the video. The thumbnail has Diggs on it, and I think I put JJ on it. So Diggs and JJ. So go comment y'all scores under that video. Hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe, man. If nobody wins, it's kind of like the Powerball. The ante goes up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you got to get it right on the head. Put the score you believe, and then put the team you think's gonna win, man.
Okay, so they got to get all three.
Free $20, man. Free $20. Yeah, you got to get the score and the team right. You know what I mean? So hey, chance to play. You even do it, Boyz4Life, man. Go over there and drop your score prediction too, man. You know, hey, free $20 cash app you right when the game over if you get it right.
Yeah. No, so let me ask you, since the Packers kind of put out the blueprint of how to beat the Cowboys, I mean, I think Aaron Jones, I think the running game dropped back like 30-some-odd times last game. Even when they were down 14, they kept running and running and running. And I mean, that's how, I mean, we had poor tackling that game. And to be honest with you, I think Parsons is hurt. I think he got hurt a couple games ago, and he's just playing through it. That's why he's kind of disappeared a little bit the past few games. But what kind of game plan do y'all think you're going to have? You think you're going to have Kirk Cousins drop back, and it's going to be a passing game, or do you think that it's going to be a run game?
Well, if I can have it my way, man, I would try to get Cook started early. I mean, definitely get Hey, unknown, the depressed Packers fan, man, fall back, dog. You garbage. You are garbage. Your team is trash. Before I even start my talk about what we gonna do to the Dallas Cowboys, but yeah, man, we definitely. If I could have it my way, I would definitely try to get Cook started. Only because of the obvious, right? You guys,
Yeah.
I mean, running backs are banging their head on the goalpost playing you guys. But I'm also a firm believer in JJ's the type of guy where he needs to get started early, regardless. First drive, like he needs to be touching the rock. I don't care if you run a sweep. If we can't have no quick 3 and out without JJ touching the ball. If we run 3 plays, JJ needs 2 opportunities at least. All right. So you hand it off to Cook. If he only gets a yard or 2, then you throw the next 2 plays to get JJ involved. And then the game can flow off of that. And we've been doing that the past couple games since I've been complaining about that. And it's been working, man. JJ's been scoring a touchdown on the first drive the past couple of weeks. So, but I would want to run if it was my way. But being the coach we have, we run a 11 personnel. We run a Rams type offense. So it's going to be a lot of air play. We're going to throw a lot too. We're pretty balanced. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
I think they're definitely going to try to get Cook involved a little more this week due to the obvious, like I said. But I mean, we'll see what happens, man. Cook, he's hitting his home runs, but it's taking him a while to get started. He's not the same Dalvin Cook as most people are used to. Like, yeah, his name's Dalvin Cook, but it's like, bro, he's not the same. Trust me. He's not the same, so he's not that hard to shut down. Yeah, he's really not that hard to shut down.
I know he's not the same. I had to get rid of him, man. My first round pick, I was like, man, this guy's getting me 4 points a game. He's my number 1 draft pick. Nah. And what's sad is I traded him for Tua and Dylan because Tua was on fire, and then all of a sudden, boom, he gets a concussion, and then he's out for like 2 games. So
yeah, man, it's gonna be a game though. Like we make it, Vikings fans and all Vikings fans know, like the Vikings are going to make it a close game, but we're battle tested though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've been in all these close games now. Last year we were losing them. This year we're winning them. You know what I mean? And it's like I feel comfortable now when it's like, all right, our team's down by 10 points in the fourth quarter. Like I feel comfortable. I'm like, yo, we not out of this game, bro. This is the type of our team loves being back against the wall and we're coming out on top, but I do want that like easy win as a fan though. It's like, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, damn dog, like why y'all got to keep doing this to me, bro? Like for real, even though we're winning them, it's like, come on, man. Could you imagine how I felt on Sunday against the Bills? Like, yo, if you're a real fan, you understand where I'm coming from, man. You know what I mean? If you're a real fan of your team, you know what I mean? It's like, fuck, we just want that easy win. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is.
Yeah,
talk about
go.
Vi Queen.
Vi Queen, some shit. Purple
Hey,
Buck.
just don't duck after Sunday. I'm okay with all the talk. You feel me? Like 301 Cowboy. I'm okay with that. But after the game Sunday, pop out though. You know what I mean? That's all I ask, man. Because I had a Bills fan that was talking crazy. He thought he had the game in the bag. He commenting at me in the middle of the game. And all of a sudden we came out and then he went and hiding after the game, man. I don't want to have to do a video on you, man.
Oh, man. No, man. I mean, I've been there. With, thinking that you're going to lose and all of a sudden you're back in it. You win, you go to overtime. I remember it was Tony Romo against the Bills. I think it was a Monday night game. He had 6 interceptions that game. And dude, I don't even know how we came back. It was the fourth quarter. I think it was Dan Bailey was our kicker at the time. Ended up kicking a field goal to win the game. I mean, we experienced the high of the high and low of the low. I mean, it's a heart attack waiting to happen watching those kind of games.
Yeah.
And that Bills game, and then even with the Packers game Sunday, it was just, for me, it was hard to watch. I mean, Dak Prescott throwing 2 interceptions. That, okay, I'm going to give it to everyone here. It was, you could sit there and say it was the receiver's fault, but when it's basically quadruple coverage, I'm over here, like you're in the 7th year and you're still making plays like that. You know what I mean? So, but how do you think that this defense, I mean, with CeeDee Lamb kind of showing up last game, and I'm assuming it's probably going to be the same, or try to be the same, that they're going to have him touch the. It seems like he's been touching the rock a lot more. He's been being targeted a lot more. What do you think y'all's game plan is going to be to try to slow him down?
Like I look at this, man, real quick. I look at this. Let me just speak on our defense real quick, right? Because our defense last year was the worst, bro. I think we had the 28 ranked defense, especially before half and the last 2 minutes of a quarter. We was horrible. You feel me? Horrible. But now the squad is turning up, bro. Like we definitely gonna make some noise. We're big on turnover. So we run a shell defense where it took a while. It took up until probably like 3 weeks ago where we finally started seeing it flourish a little bit. Because people forget, not only are we 8-1, right? We have a whole new coaching staff, whole new offense, whole new defense. Like this ain't nothing where the team's just taking what we did last year and coming into the league where they're already comfortable and know what's up. That's why I can't wait to play the Eagles again, because they talking crazy. But look, that was week 2, man. If we were to play again, bro, it's going to be a different ball game. I'm going to let y'all know that right now. But,
the second time y'all play them is going to be in the playoffs.
We're going to see them.
Yeah, and for us, I can't wait to play them again either. I mean, I've been seeing the way the Eagles have been struggling the past few weeks, and it finally caught up to them with the run game.
Let's get on franchise, man. Let's get on franchise. Exposed. Them boy got exposed, man. Shout out franchise, man.
I get it. They got Sue and I forgot who else they got, but I really don't think that doesn't.
That doesn't. Joseph from us. Them boy won't be like us so bad, man. Them boy won't be like us, man.
But I don't think that it's going to help too much. I mean, Sue hasn't played since last year. Linval Joseph came from y'all. I mean, they have Jonathan Taylor to deal with. They have us to deal with. They have Barkley to deal with twice. Derrick Henry to deal with. I mean, who knows, man? The Vikings may end up being the number 1 seed at the end of the year.
Yeah. Hey, talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, because y'all definitely going to beat them. Y'all definitely going to beat them the second game. And that ain't me just wanting the Eagles to lose, because I'm by far, I mean, honestly, bro, like I'm doing this show with you, but the Cowboys are one of my least favorite teams. I love when y'all lose, but
everyone loves,
and that's
everyone
That's
loves.
a lot of people. Yeah, that's a lot that aren't Cowboys fans. Obviously, y'all know that.
Yeah,
because y'all are America's team for absolutely no reason at all. But the thing is this: when y'all play the Eagles, y'all will spank them, and I'm rooting for y'all that game. I ain't gonna lie, because we're chasing them.
Yeah, no, I get it. You're chasing them. So are we. I mean, we are 6-3.
Yeah.
But I said in the video, and even my live stream, the way our defense played this past weekend against the run, and y'all, I mean, we got to go against Dalvin Cook this week. Next week, we got to go against Giants. Saquon Barkley on Thursday. I mean, this defense. I mean, this team can very well easily be 6-5 in the next 2 games.
Yeah,
just because of our run defense, and it's very worrisome for me. I mean, you have your team who it seems like y'all got each other figured out. Y'all know what y'all are. For us, we're still the same old Cowboys, to where it's you beat the bad teams and the teams you're supposed to beat, and then when you finally play, I mean, the Packers aren't a good team, but for some reason, I guess Dak Prescott, the Cowboys, they lose their minds when they play Aaron Rodgers, and we end up losing. And when we play the good teams, we just get our butts spanked. So that's why I'm not saying it's going to be an easy win for you, because I'm a Cowboy fan, and I am biased right now with my team because you got your team, I got my team.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact.
But at the same time, I got to be real here, man. It's going to be a struggle if y'all are running the football. It's going to be a struggle for us, and if y'all do what you said, where you get Cook started early. It seems like against the Cowboys, all these running backs that have been struggling, they all have rejuvenation games against the Cowboys somehow. So, and it's not, you just don't have Cook. You have Mathis, who when I watch him from time to time, he's getting 10 to 15 yards a carry every time I turn on the TV, and he's running the football. He's getting these big runs. So I mean, to have both those guys making big runs and having fresh legs, it's going to be tough for us, man.
Yeah, man, it definitely is. It's gonna be a game. You feel me? One plus we got is we're coming off of a high too, winning that game in
Yeah,
Buffalo. It just shows. See, I like game. That's why I was okay with the Eagles keeping on winning. You feel me? Because this is the thing. Eagles fans, I know y'all in the building, y'all deep in here, in the chat. What I liked is I wanted y'all to keep on winning, to be real, because when you don't get battle tested in this NFL and you don't get to lose, you lose at the right moment, and it would have been right in the first week of the playoff. I mean, after they would have
yeah,
got the first playoff game, it would have their hearts would have just got ripped out. You feel me? So
yeah,
it's actually benefits them that they lost. If I was an Eagles fan, I would actually be okay with taking that loss right now and seeing what your team gonna do after that. Are y'all gonna bounce back? You feel me? Because we took our loss in week 2 against y'all, and you seeing what we did ever since. We ain't lose yet. You feel me? We
yeah.
ain't lose yet. We ready now. We there. We took that hit on the chin. You feel me? But hey man, we gonna see what happens, man. We gonna focus on these Cowboys right now, though. I think it's gonna be a good game, though, man. I think I could see us going back and forth
Yeah.
for a little while, but hopefully we pull away, man. I want to pull away, man. I'm tired of these close games, man. My heart can't take no more of this shit.
Oh, imagine how I've been feeling for the past 20 some my years. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm 34 years old. I mean, I'm not going to claim fame to the 3 Super Bowls or anything like that. I
Yeah.
only claim one cuz I was old enough to remember it.
Right.
But
Right.
ever since then, man, being a Cowboy fan, having all this talks, I mean, right now, we for the past 3 weeks we've been waiting to sign OBJ, which it's not going to happen. I mean, it's not. And then all these other signings that the Cowboys are doing. I mean, that just kind of puts an X in the OBJ signing.
Yeah.
But I feel like you're tired of these close games. Imagine how I've been feeling for the past 20 something years, man. My heart can't take it anymore either. Where it's after I see the Cowboys start playing a certain way by the second quarter, I'm already at that point where it's over for me. It's done. Like I don't think we're gonna come back and win. For the most part, we don't. Like yeah, there's a surprise game here and there where we do come back and win, but I
Right.
mean it's just for me. I mean I feel your pain, but
Yeah.
I don't sympathize with it because I've been feeling it for so long. I've been feeling it for the longest time. So
Yeah, that's a
I
fact.
mean it's fun to see someone else. But here's the thing. You're going through this and then your team ends up on top. I go through this and then I lose. You know what I
Well,
mean?
I went through that last year, man. Like we had the most games that were, one possession games last year that we wound up losing. So last year was hard to be a Vikings fan, bro. Like, but
Yeah.
I stick with them though. I wasn't on YouTube last year, so
Yeah.
I really wasn't able to express myself like that and shit, other than to my family and stuff that's here. But now that I'm on the tube though, man, it's a whole different story because
Man,
when we
if
lose, I get to express myself to my peoples, man. We get to go through therapy, man. It's actually therapy, man, getting on this YouTube and rocking with everybody in the chat and stuff like that. So it actually plays to our benefit. Because when your team loses, you get to talk to your peoples, man, and it kind of
yeah.
get you through. Because y'all gonna need that on Sunday. You feel me? Hopefully you doing
I don't know
a
how you can be talking.
toasting.
I get it. You're 8-1. I get it. You're 8-1. But I mean, we're 8-2 against Kirk Cousins, and I know last year a dagger went right through your heart when
Yeah,
you got beat by Cooper Rush and
that's
Amari
a
Cooper
fact.
caught the game-winning touchdown.
Yeah, but see, this is the thing. We not gonna live in the past. Now, look, it is another thing that the Vikings. There's another thing though, real quick, DC, that the Vikings been doing. We've been so even Sunday. Oh well, the Bills never lost a game, being up by 14 since 1976. And guess what? We shut that up. You feel me? We shut that. Oh well, it happened now. So now you can add 2022 to the list because we did that. We broke that record. And there was another one too. I think it might have been against the Cardinals or something where you know, well the Cardinal. No, it wasn't. It was against another team where there was some record where we were down by X amount of points in the fourth quarter and we come clawing back, and that team's never allowed a team to come back. But it's like we're beating all the odds, man. Like straight up, like we beating all the odds. The Eagles game is the only thing on our record that has that's tarnished. But it's like it's week 2. It's super early in the season. Teams are still finding themselves, especially us, because we, like I said, we got a whole new system we had to learn. But we play the Eagles. Y'all can be happy now. Yeah, y'all got that win. But remember, We beat the Commanders, man. Y'all lost to the Commanders. So, I mean, shit, that's the NFL for you, man. We beat the
Oh, you're talking about
commies.
the Eagles. You're talking about the Eagles. For a second, I was like, who? Wait.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about the Eagles right now. Yeah, we beat the commies, man. You know, we put them boys in their place, man. Y'all lost to the commies.
Dude, I have a weird feeling that the Eagles are going to split with us, and well, they already split with the Commanders. But for some reason, I have this weird feeling that they're going to get swept by the Giants. Weird feeling that they're going to get swept by the
Giants too. Yeah, we got to play
Yeah.
the Giants too. Yeah. We got all y'all, man. You know, right now it's looking good. Right now it's looking good, man.
So, I mean, I need to. How's your run defense? Because when it comes to the Cowboys, when Zeke and Pollard or just any of one of our running backs, as long as our running backs get 25 plus touches a game, I don't think we've ever lost. Now, again, goes back to Kellen Moore and being pass happy and being the OC that we need him to be, because right now he's not. You know, dropping back 30. I don't understand how against the worst run defense in the league, you drop your quarterback 36 times, 36 times for 46 times and he only completed 27, didn't even touch 300 yards, and you only have you have Tony Pollard and that other guy, I forget what his name is, only touched the ball 26 plus times.
Yeah.
26 plus times. There's a 20 play difference right there, and that's not balanced at all. We've been winning by being balanced, and having Tony Pollard only have 22 touches, the first time he's done that since high school. I mean, this kid has never had touched the ball more than 14 times in a game since high school. Pollard, that includes college and the time he's been in the NFL. Right. And he had I think 120 something yards on the ground. And you go back to passing the football, I don't understand it. So for me, Kellen Moore needs to be more balanced for us to win. And with Zeke having this injury that's still kind of looming, I think is going to be there. I think Tony's going to be the guy that's going to be our number one this week again with Zeke there. But does Tony worry you at all, being the home run guy that you've seen him be throughout the year?
Yeah, he's a little worried, man. Hopefully you guys are like on this Zeke thing, that Zeke's returning, because Zeke is returning this week, right? Yeah. I think there's news he's returning. Hopefully y'all are dumb enough to be like, oh, well, our starter's returning. Let's put Zeke back in there. I would love that to happen, because I think Tony Pollard's definitely a better running back than Zeke. I'm going to just keep it honest. I just think he is, man. Like, I mean, shit, he's just a home run hitter, like you said. Zeke hasn't hit a home run in how long? When's the last time I don't watch the Cowboys as much as y'all, but when's the last time Zeke broke for like a 50-yard run? Can you remember? Like, was it recent?
The last time that I think it was either 2016 or 2017.
That's what I'm saying. And he used to do that shit all the time in college at Ohio State.
Yeah, that was in college when he was faster than everyone else. Now, even in his rookie season when he was making these runs, I was still seeing guys catch him from behind.
Yeah.
So to me, in the NFL
was good though. He was still getting at least 20-yard runs and stuff. But now it's like every time he touches the ball, it's like he might get 3 or 4 yards, and then he's like,
well, right now he's averaging 4.2, or before it was like 4.2. I think last game, the last game he played against the Bucks, he was averaging 5.2 yards a run. But he only touched the ball like 13 times. I mean, you know, we dropped back a lot. You know, Zeke, I don't think he's not washed. He's just he's seasoned. He's seasoned. Yes, you see him dropping in yards here and there, but when you stack the box against the defense, because you know your quarterback can't throw, it gets a little bit harder. Like when he was here, you didn't know what you had with Zeke. I mean, no one knew because he was a rookie, right? And the same thing with Dak. So Zeke, his rookie year, had, I want to say it was over 1,600 yards, and he touched the ball like almost 400 times that season. Just crazy.
Yeah, man. I loved Zeke and Dak on their rookie year, how they came in and just kind of like, you know, took the NFL by storm, being two rookies coming in and balling out. But yeah, man, I just don't think Zeke is the answer, man. If I was y'all, I would be calling for Tony Pollard to be the starter and Zeke to come in on third down or something, third and short and shit, because he can still pick up those tough yards. You know what I mean? He's big. You feel me? He can block if y'all need him to block, because like y'all are saying, Pollard can't block. See, I don't pay that much attention to the Cowboys, so I don't really know all the little details.
Yeah.
But from what you see, like just the eye test, it just seems like Pollard just has a lot more energy and juice. It just seems like it's his time now. You know what I mean?
Well, see,
Zeke's been in the league a while, man. So
yeah. And here's the thing. Let me tell you this. So yeah, Zeke is a better pass blocker. I mean, we've seen it where it's third down, they're dropping back, and they send an extra guy to blitz, and Tony completely misses the pickup, right? And you see Dak getting leveled. Zeke wouldn't do that. Zeke's good, very good at pass blocking. That's why he has the money. I mean, we're not paying him to pass block, but all the little intangibles that he has that he can do is the reason why he's our number one. And plus, it's always follow the money with the Dallas Cowboys. When it comes to Tony, when we played, I think it was the Lions, and he was having, or no, it was against the Rams where he had that big old run in the third quarter where we ended up taking the lead and whatnot. I think he told McCarthy, like, yo, I'm done. I'm gassed. He's tired because he's never had more than 14 carries in a game. That seems like his threshold. And for whatever reason, he's done. He's done. Last game, he had 22, and he felt good to go. And like I said, he had 122 yards. But I think that Pollard gets these carries or these types of yards is because of what Zeke has been doing throughout the game. You know, like you said, Zeke gets those tough yards. Zeke doesn't shy away from contact. He gets the contact and he wears down this defense. And when it's time for Tony to get his opportunity, if you go back and you look at it, Tony Pollard's getting these weird calls where it's 3rd and 8 and he gets a draw. I mean, when do you expect a team to run the ball at 3rd and 8? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, the defense isn't prepared for it. They don't know what's going on. And all of a sudden, you have Tony Pollard 15 yards downfield with a first down. Yeah. You know, that's when he gets a lot of his calls is on 3rd down when it's 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 7, and defenses aren't expecting it, and he breaks off big runs because they're in pass protection. Yeah. And the Cowboys are showing pass, but it ends up being a draw. And Tony runs right up the middle, takes it to the house, whatever. I mean, I love it, but when you put it into perspective, like, this is how Tony's doing his thing. And last game, like I said, the Packers are the worst rush defense, one of the worst rush defenses in the league. So it's not a surprise that Tony did get his 122 on 22 rushes.
Yeah, I think you know, and to answer the actual original question, the Vikings run defense is middle of the road. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can stop we can lock a dude up here and there. You feel me? We ain't letting nobody just run out free out here. I could tell you that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's definitely going to be a challenge for your running backs to just run crazy. But you know what? I mean, Pollard, like I said, I just think he would give y'all a better opportunity against our type of defense too. You know, because we got some flyers out there, man. Linebacker, plus we got Zadarius Smith, Danielle Hunter, which Z Smith might actually sit out Sunday, but you know, DJ Wanham's no different, man. This dude's a savage. Like, we got some boys out there, man. So I ain't too worried about the run game as much as the passing game. I think we can get more exposed in the passing game than we can in the run game.
Oh, okay, sure. I got you.
Yeah, because when Dak Prescott, he's, like I said earlier in the show, he's like Kirk Cousins. I compare those two a lot. When he's in a zone, he's hard to stop, bro. Like, he can go on a run where he's just darting shit out there. And same with Kirk Cousins. You know, there was one game this season where Kirk Cousins went 17 for 17 for the first 17 throws. He was perfect. He was just out there like playing Madden, bro. Just you get the ball. You just couldn't be stopped. But you know, then you also have games where he's throwing it to the opposing team and just making mistakes, and you just never know what guy you're gonna get. But I called Kirk this year an elite game manager because we're not asking him to carry the team anymore. I feel like in the past, everybody looked at it like, okay, this is Dalvin Cook's team. We need to stop the run because they got Dalvin. But no, we were trying to lean on Kirk Cousins. He's not that type of quarterback, man. You don't want to lean on a guy like Kirk Cousins. And you can say the same about Dak, man. As much as Dak gives off that aura, though, of, hey, he's a natural leader, we can lean on him. But from a talent standpoint, you really can't lean on Dak. You need things to be good around him. You need the running game to be running right. You need the receivers to be running sharp routes because he's big on timing. He expects you to be where the ball's supposed to be. You need to be there as a receiver. Same thing with Kirk. If everything around him starts crashing, they will crash with the damn ship. I'm telling you, it just is what it is.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm with you, man. A lot of people want to call Dak elite and Dak this and Dak that, and I'm just like, no, this guy needs to have 20 to 25 dropbacks in the game, game manage. And there's nothing wrong with being a game manager if you're winning. I mean, who cares? Who cares as long as you're winning? You know what I mean? So, I mean,
everybody can't beat Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady, bro.
No, not even close. Or even, no, you can't. You just can't. So there's nothing wrong with knowing your place and knowing your role and letting the other side of the ball or even your run game be the focal point. Because that's, I mean, like I said earlier in the show, how did we get 4-1 with Cooper Rush throwing 100 yards per game? You know what I mean? Like I think one game he had like 15 dropbacks.
Yeah.
We ran the ball. We took control of possession of time, and then we let our defense do what it does. I mean, that's what we need to be. That's our success. That's our recipe for success. And I thought that's what we were going to do when we were playing the Bears. And look, Dak Prescott dropping back, I think it was 30 times, and we ran the ball 29 times. But Dak Prescott also took off running a few times, and we haven't seen Dak do something like that since before he got hurt with his foot. He used to take off running.
That ankle, man.
Yeah, he's 2 years removed and he's still worried about it. You know what I mean? I mean, to me, that's an issue for me. I don't need a quarterback that worried about
I ain't gonna lie.
hurt.
Injury like that, man. Like you can be the toughest mug in the world. You feel me? When you get an injury like that, I don't care who you are. You are gonna be thinking about that as you're running.
I feel you because I mean I tore my Achilles last year, and even though it's repaired and I'm 100% go and all that, every time I run or step on a treadmill or even push back off that foot, I still get worried about if I'm gonna if it's gonna pop again. Right. You know what I mean? But still, like I get it. You're worried, you get scared, but at some point, 2 years removed from it, you just got to know when to slide. You know what I mean? Like you need to know when to slide. You shouldn't you shouldn't be afraid to take off running to even pick up yards, because sometimes I see him drop back 10 yards with holes wide open for him to at least get back to the line of scrimmage or get 3 or 4 yards and slide, but he ends up taking the sack or trying to scramble and just waste the play. You know what I mean? So for me, there's too much going on in Dak's head for me, and it's just I wish he would get back to what he used to be, because I mean he was still a game manager in his rookie season, because I mean Zeke had the ball 400 times, right? I think
and y'all went 13-3.
Yeah, we went 13-3, and our defense wasn't even that great. You know what I mean? Now we got a great defense. If we're able to hand the ball off to Tony and Zeke 30 plus times a game while Dak Prescott's dropping back 20, I mean, I don't see how we can lose. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that's what we're going to do against y'all, but when I look at this team and look at what they've done when they have done that, we haven't lost.
Well, that's that just goes to y'all coaching, man. Kellen Moore is just, I mean, this dude's, and it's crazy because I actually liked him as a candidate, as a head coaching candidate for the Vikings. I'm so glad we did not get that. Because, coaching, I mean, and our team is the prime example to show you that coaching matters. Okay. We had Mike Zimmer. He had his stint. I give Mike Zimmer his respect. When he came in, we had the #1 defense after a couple of years of him coaching. He brought the defense. Like, he's a defensive-minded coach. Yeah. So he made it happen, but he didn't know how to put a staff together around him after that. But like Kevin O'Connell is an offensive-minded coach. He understands what kind of quarterback he has. He understands, like, okay, I've coached Kirk in Washington. I kind of know him. That's why we extended him, because they already had a relationship. I mean, the man has Kirk's jersey, Washington jersey, hanging in his office at his house. I mean, he's a fan of Kirk. So it plays a part, because Kirk, now he's comfortable mentally. He knows, like, all right, this guy understands me. This guy knows that, I was throwing for 4,000 yards and stuff, but we were losing because I was trying to, put the team on my arm, and that's not the type of guy I am. I can make you 3 to 4 crucial throws in a game that are going to matter. And that's what he's been doing this season. All right. He's been making normal throws throughout the first, second, third quarter. And then when the fourth quarter comes, he's making those 2 or 3 throws that changes the game, right? Because he can make that throw just like Dak can. Dak can make almost every throw on the field. It's just like, don't try to do too much, man. Just be but that goes back to coaching. Like, your coaching needs to tell him that, needs to put the game plan in place. Like you said, y'all got to fire defense, run the ball a little more, let Dak do some play action, little dink and dunks. I mean, it is what it is, man. Trust your receivers to make people miss. You got to do it. You know what I mean? You got to do it, man. Dak is not going to go out there every game and throw 4 touchdowns and win y'all the game. He's not Mahomes, bro.
And then that's why I think Dak and Kirk are so similar, because
they're very similar.
Dak can, Dak has done it to where he's thrown for almost 5,000 yards.
Yeah.
But I think that season we went 8-8.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It means nothing. It means nothing, bro.
It means nothing. Like, people sit here and say, "Oh, Dak this, Dak that."
I hate that.
Yeah, but look at our record. You know what I mean? Like, look what we've done. We've done nothing.
I go through that. I go through that on the Viking side, bro. Not to cut you off.
But see, no, I get it. Yeah, but see, the difference between your side and my side is that I get told I'm a hater. I get told that I hate Dak Prescott. I get all the flack for that shit, and it's like, are you kidding me?
Bro,
like,
I can almost guarantee you this. The Dak stands, because we call them Kirk stands. Yeah. Oh, I can guarantee you they have nothing on the Kirk Cousins stands, bro. Like, we have fans that believe Kirk Cousins, is Jesus, bro. This man walks on water. You feel me? Like, they will kiss the ground this man walks on, okay?
Yeah.
This man can do absolutely nothing wrong. I don't care if he throws 3 interceptions. They will blame everything around Kirk except for Kirk. We have some diehard Kirk. I mean, these dudes have posters in their room and shit. I mean, it's pretty bad. And I get talked about all the time. Like, not talked about, but people come at me all the time. Oh, why you hating on Kirk and shit? It's like, dog, I'm not hating, bro. It's football. We all understand this game, man. Kirk is Kirk, okay? Like, now that he's winning, he's having the worst statistical season he's ever had as an NFL quarterback. But look at his record. Look at his vibe. Look how he's acting. He's acting totally different. This man's throwing chains on the plane, dancing. I mean, Kirk is one of the most nerdy, straight dad guys you can meet in this world. Drives the minivan, loves his boys. Great guy, very respectable guy, but he's coming out of his shell now. He's having his worst season statistically, but we're 8-1. That's what he wants too. He'd rather have that than to throw 5,000 yards. He'd rather win. You feel me? He don't care if he throws 50 interceptions. If we win the Super Bowl, hey, Kirk O'Chain's living the best life, man. And that's what I respect about him this year, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm on Kirk's
team.
It
was when Dak got hurt and then he was watching Cooper Rush do what he was doing.
Yeah.
He sat there and he said, like, I know what kind of quarterback I need to be. I don't need to be doing this hero ball. And it's like, you're finally discovering this in your 7th year, bro. Like, Are you kidding me? Have you not noticed that without certain players, like before we got Amari Cooper, it was the Dak show for 8 games and we were 3-5.
Right.
I mean, we were awful. I mean, you had to get surrounded with certain talent to get where we were, and even when you got that talent, throwing for 5,000 yards, almost 40 touchdowns, we were 8-8. But when you go back to your rookie season, and Zeke is touching the ball, almost 400 times that season with 1,600 yards with the so-so defense, we're 13-3. You have Cooper Rush out here going 4-1, dropping back 16 to 20 times a game, while our running, while our run game is touching the ball 25 to 35 times a game, and our defense is holding its own. I mean, and then Dak Prescott, and that's like you said, it goes back to coaching. I don't know, like you had, like your coach Kevin O'Connor. He's with Kirk. He understands Kirk. Kirk finally understands who he is. I feel like with Kellen Moore, there's an interview that he had where he's like, if I could pass the ball, I would pass it on every down. That is not something that you want to hear from your OC, because guess what? If you're thinking that your quarterback can do something when he can't, and you're calling your plays because of your own ego, that just hurts everybody. That hurts everybody.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the first thing that's a mistake is Kellen Moore he's a beta male. That's the first thing, and Dak's an alpha. So that's not gonna. So that when I say that to say this, Dak doesn't believe in Kellen Moore. So that's a problem. You know, like Kellen Moore tell him something, and Dak's like, "Yo, this dude, like seriously, that's what you want us to run right now? You feel me? Like you want us to run that play?" Like, I mean, and I can tell you that probably is a problem internally, man, with that shit. That shit matters, dog. You want people around you that like can relate to you when it comes to coaches, man. I think that's why we're flourishing this year, is because I'm like Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah, shout out to him, bro. He's so particular on personalities, bringing them in the locker room and signing play. Like we wanted to go after Sue. We wanted Sue. We wanted OBJ. You know, these are players we can get if we really wanted them. But I think the personality, we checking on their history. Like, hey, well, you know, OBJ has a history of being a prima donna. We don't really need that to come in the locker room and shit. Like we're making real strategic moves. Shout out to our GM, man. We just made some good calls, man. And this season could come crashing down on us. We're 8-1, but you know how the NFL go, though. You know what I mean? Yeah. We can lose the next 5 fucking games, and then everybody will be saying, well, time to get rid of some of it. But, you know, it is what it is, man. This game right here is a good matchup. And I said that I'm more worried about this game than I was the Bills game. I could tell you that, just because y'all always give us problems for some fucking reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's Kirk Cousins, to be honest with you. That's why.
I think so. It's something in Kirk Cousins' head. That's one thing I don't like about him, bro. Like, let that shit go. Let it go, bro. Like, stop letting the past hunt you, bro. Like, you might have lost on Monday night every time, but this Monday night, win. You feel me? Like, come on, man. Get over the hump. You feel me?
So, but yeah, man, no, I've had a fun time with this show, but I got to get going, man. I appreciate you for stopping by and doing this. Maybe, you know, after the game or something, maybe sometime this week and this upcoming week. It is Thanksgiving week. So
y'all
maybe
play
we can get
Thanksgiving
together.
too. Y'all play Thanksgiving in it?
Yeah, we play Thursday. Do y'all two play too?
Yeah, we play the Patriots a night game. We got the night game.
Okay.
Yeah, so that'll be
well,
fine.
Maybe, you know, Monday afternoon or something to Monday night, we can, you know, have a post-game show, talk about the game.
Yeah, for sure.
Whatnot, if you want to.
Yeah, but for sure. Man, tell your people, man, 301 Cowboy, pop out on Sunday, dog. Don't go hiding, because I know you was talking crazy in the chat. Don't go hiding, 301. Pop out Sunday. That's a fact.
All right, man. Well, Purple Podcast do. I appreciate you for stopping by. It's fun. We got to keep doing this.
Yeah, for
sure.
You know,
off-season stuff. We gotta keep talking. But before we get out of here, now we got people in here. Let them know where they can find you, bro.
Man, Purple Pocket Podcast on every platform. You know, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Those are the ones I'm on. Make sure y'all go tap in with me, man, if y'all want to know about the Vikings. Or, you know, after y'all Cowgirls lose, you feel me? Just come tap in, man. You know I'm going to pop off, man. But if y'all win, I'm not hiding, bro. I'm right here. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the Vikings ambassador. You hear me? I appreciate y'all, man. Great show, man.
It was a great show.
Rocking with you, man. Great show, bro. Like, we had people in the building, man. Your chat was active, man, for sure.
Yeah. So for y'all know
what's the score prediction though before we go though?
All right, so we're gonna do a score prediction. Let's see. 27-21 Cowboys.
27-21. I facts. I got 24. What I have? I had 24-21. I think I had, yeah. 24-21 Vikings. Let's go.
Let's go. All right, guys. Well, you can find all his links in the description there, his Twitter and his YouTube page. So go check him out. Very good content, very great content. I see him he does his other podcasts with his other Viking brother and sister, and I see some ladies in there when you do your stuff. So go check them out. Very good stuff. But we out of here, guys. Laters.
I like your boy.
I have never in my life felt so uncomfortable. Jesus Christ.